Hey guys, so next up we're going to be talking about the Studio Series 8603 Blur. I'm a little late to the party on this one, admittedly. I didn't get back into collecting mainline until really this year. That's mainly because I'm basically caught up with Masterpiece aside from Jetfire. So, anyway, so I needed my Transformers fixed somehow. So, Transformers Generations, Takara Tomy, Transformers the movie, Blur, picture of Blur, side of the box. Back of the box, you got Blur doing Blur things, bottom, side, top, inserts in there if you want to use it. I don't. Here's Blur. And now, I think this is actually my outside of the Armada one, this is my very first Blur figure, so it's my very first G1 Blur. And he's pretty good. I can't complain. You can connect the gun and the, I guess, torch there, and he can have a gun and a torch on his front. It's a thing. He has no wheels or anything, so he can't really roll, but you can pretend, and he can float, and you can push him. There's a scrape paint. You don't want to do that. But there's not much you can do with his vehicle mode. He's a futuristic flying thing. There you go. So, anyway, let's transform him since he is a transformer. We're going to separate these pieces, disconnect these from the bottom and push these pieces up. And we're going to push the arms up like so. Rotate the fist around, turn it around. There you go. Push that piece forward, rotate that down. Then we'll do the legs, so we're going to separate these. Hello. We're going to separate these. And fold this down, and then this is going to separate. There you go. That piece is a bitch, and it looks like there's stretch marks already, so be careful with that. But then you're going to rotate that piece in, close the foot, and then push this down. There you go. Then we'll rotate that piece back, plug it in, and there you go. You have Blur in his robot mode. And he does look pretty nice. He looks like Blur. And it's definitely, of all the G1 Blurs I've seen, probably the best one we've gotten. Because we had Titan's Return one, which was good, but it was better as Brainstorm. Then you had, there was another one. I can't remember what it was, but there was another one. And he was a little bulky. But then there's this one that actually looks like Blur. So I'm happy. I'm happy with it. So he is a little loose feeling. Not super loose, but he doesn't feel super amazing, but he doesn't feel like complete crap. His head can turn 360. You can look up, you can look down a little bit. 360 at the arms, in and out at the shoulders, elbow, no wrist unless you like disconnect that, then you can sort of have a wrist tilt, but it only really goes one way. It only really goes that way and then just stops. So waist swivel, in and out of the legs, can turn, got a knee, and he's got ankle. So decent range of articulation, nothing too crazy. And I get he can hold this thing if you really want him to, but I don't recall him ever using this in the movie. Maybe he used it in the show, I don't remember. It's been a long time since I watched season 3. You know, it's certainly a thing. And he doesn't come with any blast effects. I don't know if his gun could even accommodate them. But, you know, he's cool. Of the Studio Series 86 guys I have, which are Hot Rod, Jazz, Starscream, RC, I think that's all. That might be all. I'm not sure, because Cyclonus and Galvatron are Kingdom, so yeah, that's all. But He's my second favorite so far. I like him more than Jazz at RC, but I don't like him as much as Hot Rod. And I have the Cup mold, but not his Cup. I have his Ryan Pax, and I have the Scourge mold, but I have his Alpha Trion. So I don't really count those as Studio Series molds. I don't count those Studio Series figures. I don't really use those molds. Yeah, for me right now, if I go in the 86 cast, for me it would go Hot Rod, Blur, Jazz, RC, and that would be my rankings. So when Ultra Magnus comes out, he's probably going to take the top spot because that thing looks amazing. I know people are already getting it, and I just don't have early access to these things. But, you know, once that comes, I will review it. But for now, Blur's pretty cool. I do quite enjoy him. Well, not quite enjoy him. He's probably like the 7 out of 10 range. But I do think he's pretty cool. Especially if you want a Blur figure, this is probably the best one that you're going to get. And I'd say he's a good addition to the collection, especially if you're a movie fan. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and stick around for more. Take care.